Hello, here we are, day 12, Reflections on the One Year Bible, and we're looking at Matthew chapter 9, verses 1 through 17. The first section talks about this journey of a paralyzed man, and the thing that touches my heart is that this man actually had 4 friends. The 4 friends that when he was paralyzed, was willing to take the man to Jesus. And there are times in our lives, for different reasons, that we get to a place where we're unable to do something by ourselves, and we need to find or build a company of people, have a network of relationships that can carry us when we can't carry ourselves. And I wonder how these people bonded the way they did before they met Jesus. I know in my own life that there are things that have happened that have generated love and commitment between me and the circle of friends that I have. Things related to trust and integrity and other things that really matter. The thing that's interesting also about this passage, according to the scriptures, actually, forgiving sins is more difficult than saying to somebody, get up and walk. And he challenges the Pharisees, but the Pharisees are really not able to do either. And Jesus is able and willing to do both. Which is interesting. You know, potential can be found in the most unlikely places. And one of the things that I think our culture has lost touch with is seeing potential in emerging leadership in people that are really outside of the acceptable categories of respectability and education and et cetera, et cetera. And Matthew was a tax collector, and being a tax collector then was like being among sort of the circle of people known as scum of the earth. And Jesus doesn't see scum of the earth. He sees somebody who's able to follow him, someone who's able to embrace where he's going. He doesn't say that Matthew didn't have his problems and issues. In fact, Matthew has a lot of friends. And the Pharisees say, why are you hanging out with these sinners? And Jesus says, I'm here to hang out with sinners. And in fact, I'm here to have sinners become who they can become. I'm come to offer them mercy, forgiveness, transformation. And, you figure out what that means. Why am I here for sinners? And why do you cut yourself out of that? The last section about fasting is interesting because he goes into this whole discussion about wineskins and fit. I've seen this over and over again. I know people who are really solid Christians, standing in the park. Let's say they're preaching on a bullhorn, and it hurts because I watch how people are responding, and a lot of people are just walking away. And form and content, for some reason, they're not fitting. They're not connecting. It kind of reminds me of the Sunday school teacher that's trying to work with a bunch of third graders, and the third graders were running around, and then all of a sudden he gets really mad and says, "Hurry up and sit down. How can I get you to hear about the love of God if you don't sit down?" And all the kids freeze. And then he realizes somehow the form and content didn't match. And yeah, that's one of the things. There needs to be a match between form and content. They need to work together, cooperate together. Well, these are my thoughts for today. I hope you are well. I love you all. Thanks for encouragement. I appreciate your encouragement. And bring your own reflections to the mix, either on Facebook or right here on YouTube.